I'm Dawn Nguyen.
I see
Yeah.
that you did the comedy sketch writing,
Oh yeah, I've been
directing, and
in
acting.
acting for almost 30 years now. I did a lot of that in New York and stuff like that. That's where I'm from, up that area, New Jersey, New York.
You got any projects going on, or is
Now, well, I'm in a play at the moment, but it's kind of low key. So, but I'm not doing any like film work or anything like that.
more power to you? I like to have, a couple takes and people only get to see what I want them to see.
It's different in the whole like film and theater is so different.
The pressure's still there for both. Like when you're
Oh,
filming,
absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
like 10 times worse than anything. But then, after the movie's over, you got to edit and all that to where
Sure.
I guess yours
Yeah.
is the opposite of the where all the preparation is
Uh-huh.
like almost like the post production, and then your filming is show day.
Yeah.
Performance. Yeah. So that I could see it could be a lot of pressure. Have you ever done a play to where like not a lot of people showed up?
That happens sometimes, unfortunately. Yeah.
Right, so then you can relate to what I make a movie and then like I put it out and nobody watches it. It's like, you
Right.
create something to be seen. We all got to do what our heart says to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm taking it that normal day, the paralegal is,
Yes, that's what I do for, yes.
like your
Uh-huh.
day job and stuff.
Yeah.
What are your goals just besides doing the plays? Did you ever...
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I always wanted to make a living out of it, but you reach a point where you're like, all right, well, I like it so much, I don't mind just doing this for something to do. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like an interest, so I just do it more for that.
I find that it's a little bit more rewarding when you cross that like threshold of hey, this probably ain't gonna happen, but I still like doing it, so I'm going to
Absolutely,
continue.
yeah.
Because I think there's more pressure and stress, and you don't exactly learn to love it when you're chasing that mansion.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Absolutely.
more become...
It's more stress at that point because you're
Right.
trying to make a living. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like you're chasing your dreams, but you're using your dreams as like a 9 to 5 that you hate. And the hope that when you get to the level and get there, I think one of the best, not quotes, but it's a little scene in The Passenger, the Jennifer Lawrence movie that kind of always stuck with me when he was like really pissed and he's trying to talk to the android that's the bartender, and he was like, go ahead and hit me. He was like, you ain't gonna understand. He goes, let me guess, you would really wish or hope that you would be somewhere else. And he goes, yeah. And he goes, but I bet you if you were there, you would feel the exact same way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So even if you get it, none of us are ever going to be happy. So what would be your happy place, like to where you would feel that, hey, I'm successful? Because like I said, for a lot of people it's not money. I just want like a little studio so I can film and people can just leave me alone and I can do what I love.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what is yours?
So mine, if I had to have like a dream, what I would do, I'd love to be on a sitcom. That would be like, I would just love that. But I mean, that's, if you're talking about things that aren't, that far fetched, then just kind of basically doing where I'm at, like just doing projects on the side.
Well, the sitcom ain't far fetched. I mean, if you still can put time in to try to audition and stuff. Cause every state has like a film office hotline that you can always look up and find different things that people are going on. And you actually,
there's different things,
you actually never know. The last 2 people that I talked to had like interesting stories of where I saw their stuff but didn't contact them for like 5 years. Because you got to be right for what you need them for. And so anything that you worked on, even if you're doing your play, there might be somebody that you run into and talk to that you might think doesn't even really matter. And then years down the road, it might open up a door to where you're supposed to be. So
that is true.
It's kind of cool in that aspect.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're performing and you're trying to create, you're also opening doors to other.
Absolutely, there's a lot of networking. Yeah.
Right. How does that work in theater? like, I know how networking works on the movies. You go on a movie
Right.
set, you get to talking to everybody. What are you doing? What are you doing? And then, trying to work with each other. But does it work that way with the theater?
Yeah, it does to an extent. A lot of it is like clicks. Like if you're doing stuff that's local, the same people keep going in the same shows. A lot of it I notice too, like if you're doing like plays that are local, it's a lot of musicals, which I don't tend to do. I've done them as part of an ensemble, but it's not like I'm a strong musical actress, because I'm not. Like I'm more with either drama or comedy, and train like hardcore with both. With the theater, it's a lot of it is clicks, like who do like the same people, or maybe they need somebody, so they kind of refer you for another play, or it's a lot of that.
Is there good and bad, just like there is in film? I'm saying, like for the actors, like what are you working on? Nothing, but then that they're working on something, but they don't want you to know about it, just in case you might replace them.
Oh no, it's actually the opposite.
Oh,
it's like,
because that's how it is in film.
Oh, is it really? No, I noticed like
sometimes, like I said, there's good and bad. Some people will say, "Hey, I'm doing this, come on board," but then there's others like, "No," even though you don't fit. It could be like a guy and a girl, and they'd be like, "No, I'm going for an audition," but she won't tell him nothing, even though they're not going for the same roles. But
that makes perfect sense.
You don't want the competition. Right. That's what I was asking about the.
That's interesting. Yeah,
theater.
A lot of it is. I notice people just like bragging, like, "Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm in that, and I'm in." It's like what they've done and whatnot. There's a lot of that, but
Well, bragging, everybody is, and I wouldn't probably even have a podcast if people didn't want to talk about themselves. Everybody wants to share what they're doing and what their accomplishments are, because they need that reinsurance to keep going.
Yeah, get excited. Yeah,
they get excited. They want you to be excited, even though they kind of know it really doesn't bother you one way or another. But to them, just talking sometimes is like the therapy.
Yeah, I think it's the excitement. That's what. Yeah.
My son, my ex, if I call them up, I can put them to sleep because I just keep talking. I was like, "You there?" They call me the next day. Sorry. I was wondering if I could find a job to where I could just talk people to sleep. So if anybody's listening, make some money that way. Call Jim up, actually, right? And I just talking. I was like, they have insomnia, they can't sleep. Call 1-800-JIMMY. He put you to sleep. So,
I like that.
That would be a great job.
That's creative. Yeah.
What time you got to be at work? Okay, you need to be out in 5 minutes. I got a story for you.
I love that. That's a good idea.
So that would be a good job. But like I said, I am enjoying this, except for the whole, all the editing. Other than that, like I said, I appreciate you jumping on here. If you got anything you want to promote, except for your play, is the play up and running now?
No, it goes up at the end of October. It's at like their clubhouse in Gainesville. Okay. Heritage Hunt Little Theater, it's called. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.